3. Hello, all you hardcore boxing fans out there. How are you doing? It's Russ here from Poker's Corner. Today we're joined by Ryan. He's making his debut all the way from Liverpool, is it? Manchester. So, like, northwest, isn't it?
I'll let you off, mate.
How are you doing, Ryan?
Mustard, mate. Mustard finished an hard day's graft and get stuck in with a bit of boxing talk, mate.
Yeah. Have you been a big boxing fan long?
Yeah. I remember when it started, I was in a beef, I think I was about 7. So that's 23, 24 years ago. And I watched Naz, and for some reason, I kept asking every male, could Naz beat Lennox Lewis? Could Naz beat Mike Tyson? So, yeah, that's as far as it goes back, about 6 or 7 it was. So, bit stupid for ideology, thinking Naz would beat someone of that size, but I was a young man, so... But yeah, that's how long it's been, mate. Okay.
What do you think to the current state of play in the world of boxing?
Bit all over the show because naturally, one makes a comparison to the UFC and how their business model is, and everyone fighting everyone and no protections of oaths, etc. So it's hard for me as a hardcore because I'll try and converse with my friends and say, do you watch the boxing on the weekend? No one's heard of John Ryder. Very few people have heard of Danny Jacobs. So I'm pissed off with the current state, quite frankly, because everyone should know about things like that. But if it was a UFC event with a mediocre fighter, it's publicized in the right way to the right kind of people. And everyone knows about it. Everyone's talking about it. So, no, I'm long and short, mate. I'm not particularly pleased with the state of it.
Yeah. Okay. What do you think about the scoring in the Jacobs Ryder fight, Ryan?
So I seen did you say 8-4?
I thought it was 8-4, but that I'm not a judge. That's just my opinion.
I had him 9-3.
9-3 to Jacobs.
I had him winning the first 6 easy. I think I give him 9. May I give him 9-12 as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to find my paperwork, but I've watched it a couple of times, and yeah, it's shocking. It's shocking. Yeah.
Do you think that they give a shit, people in the sport of boxing, about the scoring and that? I know, yeah.
No, what was surprising, I don't know about you, Russ. Jacobs is a matchroom fighter. I mean, what do you think the narrative is behind awarding Ryder? Do you reckon it makes a rematch, or the fight was shit? It wasn't the greatest.
I think they'll have to have a rematch. After that, it was a split decision, and people are saying he got jobbed, and they'll be able to do it again. And Eddie loves a rematch. He's the rematch king, isn't he? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So I think they'll have to have a rematch. Was it a good fight? It's not something I'd want to sit through again.
No,
that's how I look at it. So. But I think they should have a rematch. Whether they do, I don't know. But if he's lining up John Ryder for Canelo, his big chum Tony Sims is going to get a nice chunk of that, isn't he?
But that's shocking. I mean, listen, money talks and bullshit walks, but Canelo should not entertain the notion of fighting the John Ryders of the world. Listen, like John Ryder seems like a great guy, and he did well against Callum Smith, but it's the same Ryder who got splattered by Nick Blackwell.
Yeah,
he's never won a British title. He can't be fighting the Canelos of the world. No chance.
Well, Luke Campbell only won a Commonwealth, but he fought Lomachenko on a pay-per-view.
Yeah, but he was also an Olympic gold medalist who
there's that.
Beat Linares as well and overcome a knockdown. So his credentials.
He didn't beat Linares though, did he?
No, he should have. I mean, I thought he beat him, but again,
we never did fight, mate. In my opinion, but that's
it was a what? Sorry, mate.
I didn't think you were in the fight, me against Linares. But each to their own, and everybody scores it differently. You can see how we all look at different angles, but for me. Now I thought Luke Campbell were a very good, solid European operator. I don't think you were world level. People keep getting mixed up between world level and there's a line between European, in my opinion, and a world champion, and it isn't world level. You're either European level. If you're world level, you've won a world title or you're at that level. I thought Luke Campbell fell short. But then again, matched correctly, he might have pinched a vacant. He might have done a crawler and pinched the world title. But in my opinion, Luke Campbell was not world level, but because he only had a Commonwealth, didn't he? Never won a European.
I like ask you this though, Ross. When people so I loved Crawler. Didn't really like. I mean, I loved him as a person. Didn't really like his fighting style. Same with Ricky Burns.
Let me just take this 2 seconds.
Of course, mate. Yeah.
2 seconds. Clinton, can I ring you back after this video I'm doing? Yeah. Oh, he's gone. Go on. Sorry. Go on.
Yeah. No.
2 seconds. 2 seconds. Let me just send this message. 2 seconds.
No danger.
Because I've got. I'm going to get him to sign this club for me. Yeah, sorry I missed your call. I'll give you a ring after I've done this video. I've got a glove for you to sign as well. All right, so I'm going to do a competition on channel. I'll speak to you in a bit, yeah? Sorry, go on, yeah. I'm going to turn this off. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, no, you know, like you have the people who don't really know too much about what it's. Oh, Qualler's a world champion. Oh, Ricky Burns. And I think, well, they're not real. Like, let's say 5 to 10 years before, lightweights, you had Casamayor, Corrales, Castillo, Mayweather had a little flip through. Could you imagine what those guys would have done with the likes of Crawler, Ricky Burns, etc.? So, yeah, I don't know.
You saw what Mayweather did to Genaro Hernandez. He was the man when Mayweather
was great.
Hey,
Genaro was a great fight. Didn't Mayweather pay for his funeral as well? Actually,
yeah, he did. But Mayweather went after the pound-for-pound best in the weight division in his first world title and won every round. Took him to school.
Yeah, he sat in a pocket as well with Hernandez.
Yeah, like James Toney does. And that's how I'm going to speak to you now. Do you think that fighters in this country are inside fighters that fight in the pocket? And do we have anybody in the UK who teaches in the pocket and inside fighting? And if we do, who is it? Because I don't see anybody doing like a Mayweather, James Toney. Nobody can. You don't see them chasing guys right ring. They just command center at ring, twist and turn, don't they, and lean back and all that.
One guy who could do it, and unfortunately, God bless him, he's just retired. Cash Farouk was extremely, he was really, really adept at being in the pocket, slipping. I mean, he pieced up McGregor when he fought him. He was extremely good in the pocket, Cash Farouk.
What happened to him?
I think he's had a brain injury of sorts.
Has he?
He's had to retire, but Matchroom signed him.
Yeah, but he only had an handful of fights, didn't he?
I think he was about 16-1. That's off the top of my head.
He never won a world title though. He never fought at elite level. He never did it against the men like James Toney and Mayweather did. We can all look. Listen, Josh Kelly looked fantastic when he was first turned pro. He was hitting people with triple left hook, but he couldn't do that against Lee Venetian, could he? Do you know what I mean?
No, Venetian.
Pardon?
Oh, if we're talking world level, no, Britain's never had anyone who could do that, slip and slide and be comfortable in the pocket. No chance. I don't know what it is, mate. Maybe the teaching over there is a little bit. Well, it is definitely different, but we've never had anyone like that. No chance.
No. What do you think to the class of 2016 who went to Rio, and where are they now?
I was reading something about that, and I think it might have been you that made reference to Boazzi and Cordina. Then you've got, what was the little guy from Leeds who got beat by Mark Leach? Kais Ashfaq, is it?
Yeah.
Or Kez Ashfaq?
You mean the guy? Is that how Ben Davison trained?
No. Ashfaq is from Leeds.
Clash Ashfaq, 9-1, isn't it?
Yeah, Mark Leach beat him from Salford.
He gave him his first defeat, yeah.
Yeah, he's down the road. I feel bad on them. They're not ticket sellers. They probably needed the Sky audience and the Sky viewership in order to propelled them. Now they're on their own. Their own. They're not going to have the kind of eyes or the media attention. Their careers are a little bit up in the air. If I was them, I'd go to Frank.
Okay. Bricktop, you mean?
Oh, what's your opinion?
Well, this is how I look at it, right? Imo, you've just been on about there. I can't pronounce these guys' names. 9-1. Cordina 14-0. Josh Kelly 12-1-1. Fowler 15-2. Boazzi 15-0. Joe Joyce 13-0. Coley 17-0. Savannah Marshall 11-0. Nicola Adams retired 5-1. Well, Nicola Adams Savannah got a world title belt by her an email. Savannah's won her fair and square, and Coley has. But all the rest look to me like cannon fodder. Cannon fodder. That's what the rest of them are. So, but yeah, we've just had the most productive Olympics. So I don't know. Are people not interested in these people because they're not giving it the big one on IFL and social media? I don't know. But Savannah don't give it the big one, and Coley, they've got through on natural talent. Joe Joyce, I don't think he's going to get a world title because of who's around at the moment. Usyk's already done him. Fury and Wilder. I don't think he beats any of them. Boazzi, jury's out on him. Does he beat Biterbi, however you want to pronounce that?
Irish Bradis.
I don't think he beats any of them. I think they run over him. So I don't think he beats Biterbi anyway.
Well, Biterbi's light heavyweight. So
Bradis is a cruiserweight, isn't he?
I thought we're talking about a Coley.
No, we're on about Boazzi. I've already mentioned the Coley to you. I said
Boazzi could do stuff. Do you not think Boazzi could do anything at the top?
No, I don't rate him. I don't rate him. If I did rate him, why hasn't he done anything? It's been 6 years, he hasn't done anything. What's he done in 6 years? Tell me his best win. Can you remember the fight?
Probably Dos Santos is it Adilson Dos Santos? He laid him out. He was a Brazilian. It was a bad fight as well. It was shocking. Then he beat the Latvian kid in the last fight, the one who shot Burton in the MTK Cup tournament. Yeah. Bolotnik. Yeah. Bolotnik was a decent opponent, in fairness.
So that's his best win then, and he's 6 years from Olympics, right? Yeah, so forget Boazzi, load of shit, load of right. Just because he's with Virgil Hunter as his trainer, it don't mean he's guaranteed a world title. Virgil Hunter's had hundreds of kids in that gym over years, pros. He's only had one world champion, Andre Ward.
Yeah.
No one else. And Andre Ward won Olympic gold. He's had nobody else who's won a world title with Virgil Hunter. Nobody.
Yeah.
So, one-hit wonder. Does Anthony Fowler win a world title? No. Does Josh Kelly? No. Cordina might get could pinch a vacant regular. In the Ashbath, wherever his name, 9-1, not got a cat and health chance. Does Savannah beat Clarissa Shields? We're going to see, aren't we? They're going to fight next year or end of this year. Coley, does he beat Bradis? Yeah, he's got an horrible style. I'd like to see him do Bradis, then go up to heavyweight. I think he's do all right. Nicola Adams has retired, so I think they wanted McCormack's go there, but they've only just turned pro now. But these have had like a long time, at the 6 year. And like I said, they've got most fights out of these in 6 years, 17. So they've not been active.
Like that.
Not been active at all. They've had from 6 fights to 17, these 9. So that's just, I just wondered what your opinion was. And who is it to blame? Is it promoters? Is it the fighters? Is it TV? These are the cream of the crop. If you went down the street and said, show the picture of any of these 9, if you showed the picture to Ashback, Cordina, Kelly, Fowler, Boazzi, Joyce, Coley, Savannah Marshall, Nicola Adams, they'd only recognise Nicola Adams out of a lot of them. The man in the street, if you're lucky. If you're lucky. So I don't know. Maybe this lot are quiet. I don't know, but nobody knows who they are. Well, Eddie earns that majority of the money.
Yeah, it's got to be on him. I mean, what? I know Cordina's had a few injuries. Fowler was put into a big fight with.
Let me just take this coat off to red hot. Go on,
No
keep
danger.
talking.
Thick coat that as well, mate. I'm just trying to think if there's been like any major injuries with these guys. I know Cordina had problems. He had a few injuries. Coley's been propelled into world title fights quite quick and got on a, I won't say dusted up on the British scene, but he got through the British scene quite quickly. I don't know, mate. So you posed a good question there, but I think a lot of these guys are going to be getting good money. They're going to be getting good money, so the motivation to fight as regularly as they should, it isn't going to be there, is it? You don't really see. I was watching James Toney last night, and he said in his first 2 years as a pro, he had 24 fights, or it might have been 23 fights. You don't see any activity like that these days. Tony,
nobody's active, are they?
Say that again, sorry.
Not many people are as active as what they used to be, are they?
Well, who's to blame for that? Is it the fighter? Is it promoters? Is it the Skies, the BTs? Who's to blame?
Why do we? Go on.
No, sorry, mate. I was just saying that's the only way they're going to learn, by being in the ring, being active.
Why do we have to have the heavyweight champion of the world fighting every 18 months and he's from England?
Yeah,
Tyson Fury. Why do we have to have that? Hey, why is Tyson Fury active? Hey, he's not active, is he? In my opinion.
I was thinking this with again, you use the UFC's business model. So let's say McGregor, I know that Conor McGregor guy, I know he's had an injury and what have you, but then people are waiting. And as soon as it's released, he's fighting. The demand's there. Whereas if you had, let's say, Tyson Fury, who's at his pomp at the moment in terms of popularity, if he was fighting regularly, do you not think it would dwindle the amount of demand or attention that he commanded when he does fight?
Well, let's have him out at least 2 times a year, not once every 20 months. 2 times a year would be good for a start, wouldn't it? Yeah. Joshua 2 times. So then you've got 4 pay-per-views that you want to buy. Yeah. Let's have at least 4. Come on, 2 each.
Yeah, no, I'll give you that.
Forget all this Dylan White's pay-per-view, Conor Benn's pay-per-view. I'm not a pay-per-view for them. Dylan White's turned every hard fight or 50-50 fight down that he's been offered. Conor Benn's done nothing to be putting himself in mix. Have you seen Conor Ben all over television today in the last few weeks?
Again, the casuals like him. I think he's a bellend. He's an arrogant. I don't understand this whole he snarls, looks dead angry whenever he's talking. He's such an entitled little sod. Don't get me wrong, he plastered me all over the gaff, but I'd love to just give him a boom and say, lad, you've not even fought Liam Taylor. Who've you fought? Who've you fought to be called? He remember calling out Sean Porter. You all right?
Yeah, I've been training today. I've done it, and I've gone down to weights that a 10-year-old could lift. I haven't done no other since end of September.
Yeah.
So I carried on with what I was doing in September. So I think I pulled my stem, but I'll be all right. I'll get a few tips off Mick when he rings me later. Okay, Brook Khan is
imminent.
3 days till we've got 3 days till weigh-in. Who do you think's going to win, Ryan? Who you got winning?
I want Khan to win, but I think timing beats speed, and I think Brook can and will catch him. What's your opinion?
I think that Amir Khan's been in with the better people. He's got a better resume. He's a bigger star. He's the A side. When I worked for Dennis and Asif Ali went to meet Eddie Hearn at Anthony Joshua's gym opening in London. This is December 17, I think, something like that, or January, something around about that time. And there were 4.1 million offered to Khan, 2.8 to Brook, and Brooks stuck his nose up at it, Brooks' team.
Really?
But yeah, stuck his nose up at it. But they got there in the end, though, didn't they? But they said no, they wanted to be on an even par with him. But how can they be with their CV compared to Khan? Amir Khan's massive when he fights now because he brings all Asian money, doesn't it, at table?
Yeah.
Asian countries buy the rights from Sky. They'll be, you know, your Pakistan, India, or whatever other countries to buy, and all that Middle East. Amir Khan brings that to the table. What does Kell Brook bring to the table? A fucking chocolate brownie. Do you know what I mean? That's it.
What's that about? What's that about? You're a Yorkshire man. Is that like a thing they say up your ways? Like, what's all that?
I think because he's a black fella, isn't he? So chocolate, they assume we're black, don't they? And him punching you, chocolate brownie. I'm assuming that's it. I don't know. That's what my other mate, who's a Rasta, told me. So I'm assuming that's it. The chocolate brownie is a punching face, isn't it? I don't know. I'm assuming that's it. I don't know.
It's the deadest bit of banter I've ever seen at a press conference, mate. It's fucking.
So I don't know, but good luck to Kell Brook. He's a decent kid. I've met him. Amir Khan's a decent kid. I've met him. So good luck to him. But no, I don't think he lays a chocolate brownie on Amir Khan. Timing beats speed and all that. Look, yeah, but if your timing's out and you're shot and knackered,
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I don't. That's how I look at it. But it is what it is, isn't it? But,
it's going to be interesting for the first 4 rounds. I think I can see both of them blowing a gasket. It's weird. I can see it becoming like a bit of an ug fest after the 4th, if it goes that long.
Yeah.
A bit sloppy.
Well, we're going to see if he lands any chocolate brownies on Amir. But if Amir lands on him and hits his eye, what's going to happen then? Is it going to be corrugated? I can't carry on. Is it going to be one of them jobs? And then everybody's been duped yet again? Because we've been duped. You can't count the Golovkin one, but he was going to get flogged in that fight anyway. I said on social media, he'll get damaged. But we have weight divisions for a reason. Fighters are not superhero. Kell Brook, Golovkin proved that. But he was brave to take the fight. Then he took because he said he weren't a welter. Then he went back to welter, even though they said it was dangerous to fight Errol Spence. He did other eye socket, right? So he shouldn't have been in that ring, not fighting it that way. Then he's down the line, he's fought Crawford. He's got done by Crawford, same eye injury. So why are we forking out for pay-per-view again? He's got a face like Papa Mache. So if he gets injured in the Khan fight with his eyes again, we've been duped on the Spence, the Crawford, and this. So he's had 3 extra pension fights. I mean, when does it end? We've got Tony Bellew looking at coming back now. He's 40 in a few months.
No way.
Yeah, Tony Bellew was looking to come back. Yeah, Tony the Bell End.
Yeah, I've got a story about that. So when Brook Spence was announced, I was watching the darts at the MEN, and behind me I seen Johnny Nelson and your man Bean, and so I said to them, I said, like, what are you doing putting Brook in there? And these were their words. They'd heard that Spence has a bad chin. I said,
Spence.
Yeah, this is what Johnny Nelson and Adam Smith said. They'd heard in America that Spence had a bad chin. And I said, he's never been down.
He's never lost a fight.
I said, he's going to break him up. I said, he'll lose rounds early, but he'll break him up in the meantime.
And he was tipped to win a gold at Olympics, and he took badly at Olympics, didn't he? Will at the Olympics. So as far as I'm concerned, Errol Spence is the real deal.
Proper. But mad fight to put him into. They sold down the river with the fight. I mean, putting him in with Golovkin at the time was that was criminal. Should have been looking at Thurman, maybe a Danny Garcia, people around his same weight. Where, in fairness, Kell at the time was hot. He could have won them fights and enhanced his legacy.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, mate.
Well,
money talks, as I said.
okay. So who have you got then to win?
Tough. I live in Bolton, so I'm gonna have to say Khan in case the neighbours are listening.
Do you live near Amherst Gym?
I've never been, mate. Never been down.
It's just off Halliwell Road.
Admittedly, mate, I'm from right in the centre of Manchester, and I've moved out to Bolton recently. But you see them all in the shops. They've all got pictures of Amir Khan around there. He's a massive star here, mate.
Okay. Okay. Well, I've got Amir Khan to win by stoppage inside 6 rounds. That's what I'm going for on my bet. Pardon?
How much have you stuck on that?
I don't have my bet. I'll have my bet this Saturday morning when I go up there. Anyway, I'll have a bet this Saturday. So I just fancy it. It gives you main interest to watch fight because I'll be paying for it because Eddie Hill's involved. So I'll pay me 20 quid and I'm going to watch the fight and I'll have a bet. So I've got an interest on the night. So day's boxing for me. So I'm happy as a pig. I'm happy as a pig in muck.
Who's on the undercard of that, Russ?
I don't know, to be honest. I haven't really had much time to have a look at it, but I'll have a look. I won't be doing any accumulators. I'm just going to go Amir Khan inside 6. I don't think pair of them have got 12 rounds in him. That's why they're talking about having a tear up. Kell Brook don't want to be punished for 12 rounds with them eyes, does he? He just wants to get in there and get money. That's all. I mean, that's just what I think. I might be wrong. I mean, Kell Brook might knack him. He might just ice him and then we'll have it on. But I make Amir Khan a favourite in my opinion.
Yeah.
I'm not into all this. I'm going to knock you out, chocolate brownies and all this. Amir Khan's seen and heard it all before. He's had pressure on him since he was 17 when he went to the Olympics. He's seen it all. He's been in with Canelo, hasn't he? So
he was dusting Canelo as well.
We're doing well. Who have you got in the fight, Ryan?
Like I said, I hope Khan wins. I've just got this unnerving feeling that Brook's going to catch him. I think he'll catch him third round. We'll see.
Okay. Fury White, does it happen?
No. Don't know why. I don't think he will. What do you?
Not got it happening now.
You having it or not? I don't think so. I don't think so. I read somewhere on Boxing Scene this morning that Adams come out and said basically White is asking for more money to promote the show, which is insane. But I think White knows that this is it. There isn't really any comeback routes after this because he will get pieced up. He will get. He's never fought anyone proper aside from Joshua. No, never fought anyone in the prime. He's fighting a 6'9" dinosaur, so he's gonna get smacked to bits.
Can I just point out he's not 6'9"? You know this 6'9", it's a load of bollocks. Not 6'9", 6'7.5". All right, the 6'9", they can't even lie about. They can't even tell the truth about his height. He's not 6'9". I know personally. All right, and everybody in boxing knows. People keep going on about him being 6'9". He ain't. All right, just so you know.
We live in there.
He's about that much bigger than you. About that much bigger in height, that is. Fury, White, we just spoke about that. Joshua Usyk. Does it happen, Ryan? Yes or no?
Yes. Has to happen.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts? I'm intrigued, actually. I mean, where do you think Joshua's going to go training-wise, mate?
Well, McCracken's he's done with McCracken, isn't he? I don't really know, but he keeps saying he's going to go back to the old Anthony Joshua. Well, why have you got rid of McCracken then? I don't know, but I think he's done his own heading going around to all these people because nobody's going to knock him back, are they, for a slice of cake, are they?
Yeah.
Boxing trainers are not going to knock that back, are they? Kind of money.
He'll probably end up with Ben Davidson.
Or he could go to
Mr. Booth, the Dark Lord. Fucking.
Go to Adam Booth, the Dark Lord. He's the best.
Have a look at Josh. I want Lee Wood to win. I have a look at Josh Kelly. I mean, Booth's not, I don't know, massively overrated. I think it's because he's an articulate guy and he professes like intellect when he speaks. Realistically, David Haye could have gone anywhere with the physical gifts that he had. I don't really know. George Groves didn't win a world title with him. What else has Booth done? You definitely know more than me on that subject, mate.
Well, George Groves, when we had them move, were 19-0 when they split up in one British Commonwealth, European, I think, or British and Commonwealth. I know Groves had he'd never been beat with Adam Booth, so we can't knock their relationship. David Haye and Adam Booth, I thought they did well together, but David Haye had one of them styles where they were never going to last forever because he was very explosive and like a twitch fighter. He were never like your textbook Pernell Whitaker. He were never skillful like Mayweather and all that kind of thing, or defensive fighter. He was sort of seek and destroy guy who'll knock you out. And when David Haye burst on the scene, he was a breath of fresh air, and I was like a David Haye groupie. I used to go to David Haye fights, couldn't do enough of them. They were putting people to kip.
Yeah.
They were putting people into orbit. And I thought he was fantastic, very hard puncher. And then something happened years down the line, picked up injuries and that, and just became civilized. And then coming back for a few quid and all that, I don't agree with that. They've had the time, piss off.
Yeah.
This is like Tony Bellews at his time. Tony Bellews had 4 Sky pay-per-views. That's more than Carl Froch. And he built pay-per-view after David Haye and Audley got it fucked up, didn't they? They got it banned. That's just my opinion on it. I could be wrong, mate, but that's just my opinion. Okay, let's talk about Chris Eubank. What do you think about him, Ryan?
Weird fight, wasn't it? Weird. Never really rated him. He's a diligent trainer, and he's a very, very hard-working guy in the ring, and he's tenacious as well. I give him some props on his tenacity, but in terms of technical ability, absolutely shocking. He doesn't seem to be able to throw a straight backhand as well, which is weird. He always comes through with the uppercut. He can't go over the top. I've always thought, I don't know, mate. His dad's who his dad is. If his surname was Smith, he would have never got out of British class. If his name was Chris Smith Jr., yeah, he ain't that good.
Well, I think he's a gimmick, and he doesn't seem to be taking any challenges on. He looks to me like he just wants to pick up very good money for not taking a risk. That's what I think, because if he takes a risk and gets beat by somebody good, it diminishes him a bit, doesn't it?
Of course. Yeah. And what do you reckon happens with him? Jamal Charlo, Andrade, who else is it?
Golovkin.
Golovkin smashes him to bits now. I don't care.
They all beat him. I'd like to see him fight Frank Warren's guy, Zach Miller. I've noticed Frank's inserted him into the storyline this last couple of weeks, but I don't think Zach Miller beats him. I think but then again, they're probably about the same level, but I don't think that fight would interest Eubank. But he's got to take a fight now. It's like Cash Ali. Fighters now are not taking risks. Where's the next Clinton Woods, Carl Froch? Where's the next Clinton Woods, Carl Froch?
Zach Parker, not Miller. Zach Parker's at 12 stone. I don't think Eubank has any intention of going back up to 12 stone because they'll stamp a hole in him. But again, at 160, Eubank isn't top 5. He isn't top 5. No, not at all. I'm not having it one bit. He is not world title. He's got no capabilities to beat anyone at the top there. So yeah, I stand you right, mate. He's a gimmick. If his surname was different, he'd be a run-of-the-mill fighter. It's cringy as well, the whole thing, mate. I don't really understand how him and I like Liam Williams. I thought he'd do a lot better. I don't know what your thoughts are on him as a fighter, but I did expect him to do a lot better. But I don't know why that fight was a big fight. 2 good European operators. So yeah, that's not a main event. That's That's not what I want.
Liam Williams is not Euro level, mate.
Well, he's won a European title.
Liam Williams has won a European title.
Did he not beat is it Kareem Ashore? He knocked him out. I thought that was for a European title, was it not?
I think Liam Williams is, in my opinion, I think he's British level. At super welterweight. That's light middle, 154.
Yeah,
I don't think he's a 160. I don't think he is. So, but good luck to him. I'm just going to do a competition here. Right, we've got a competition here. I'm going to get it signed by Clinton Woods. I've got a question for you. Who did Clinton Woods fight in his first world title challenge? Who? Don't say it, and if you know. Who did he fight? And the first person, right, who emails me, porkycorner@mail.com, with your phone number, right? We get this glove and I'll get it signed to you, whatever your name is. If your name's Fred Blow, to Fred Blow, all the best wishes, Clinton Woods. I'll get this signed for you, okay? And I'm going to do a frotch competition with other glove, but he's in Spain at the moment, probably because his kids are on holiday. And I'll do the frotch one with Julian later on today. So who did Clinton Woods fight in his first world title challenge? Okay. porkycorner@mail.com. First person, send me your phone number. The reason is you will get a photograph from me for authenticity of him signing glove. Okay. So let me just ask you this, Ryan. Callum Smith-Palazzi, what do you think to that for a fight?
You've got to look on resumes, haven't you, Smith? Puts an hole in them.
MMA.
You have to. You've made reference to it yourself, in fairness, mate. You have to go back on what's happened. But the age difference is maybe a couple of years. Callum Smith smashes him up to bits. Callum Smith's a good fighter.
Yeah, Callum Smith don't say much, does he?
I don't think he needs to. I think he's what he's capable of in the ring speaks for itself.
Well, actually, he don't say much either, does he? Could you imagine him sat between them two on an airplane?
It'd be awkward as fuck. But just out of interest, do you think, Porky, that it's a necessity for a fighter to talk nonsense? I mean, I know it's interesting, but do you
if
think
you can back it up, yeah. If you can't, you're going to look a tool, aren't you?
Yeah. Every fighter's going to believe he can back it up.
Some fighters chat a load of nonsense when they manage to, they play pantomime villain and they manage to exert themselves into certain positions, don't they? Do you know what I mean? And get big paydays because they're shouting the mouth off. Like Tony Bellew shot his mouth off to hype up the David Haye fights, didn't he? And they managed to get pay-per-view, didn't they, from it? Pair of them. Because let's have it right, pair of them at that stage of their careers had had it, haven't they? What I mean?
The both of the fights were terrible. Awful.
So it is what it is. Well, listen, we've had a good chat, 40 minutes, 45 minutes. Be nice to have you on, Ryan.
I appreciate this, Ross. Thank you.
No problem. And we'll get this out there. I hope everybody enjoyed the video. And I hope you've all sent your emails in for the glove. I'm now going to chase about up. Got to chase all around Derbyshire and Nottinghamshire now.
I knew the answer to that straight
That'll
away.
teach me. I had to buy these as well. They weren't cheap.
What gloves are they?
They're just Sparta ones. They're all right, like. They'll do a job, won't they? They'll do a job. They're not gonna be boxing in them, are they? They'll put them in a glass whatever. All right, aren't they? It's just hang them up. I've got a couple of Frotch ones right there. I think I got a Robin Reed one or something. I'm not into much boxing memorabilia, but it keeps people interested in the channel. And like I said, people what looking and they've got a chance to win some bits and bobs. It's all good. I did a pair of Puma Hard play away a couple of weeks ago. Did you see that?
Yeah, they were quality.
I believe how many people wanted them.
I can't. You know what though, man? I'll put it out there now. This is the only boxing channel where any This is the only kind of authentic place. You know, like where you've got good contacts. You know a lot of stuff that no one else knows. We need to get. What can we do to get the subscribers up, mate? People need to watch this, start turning off from IFL. They need to start fucking Eddie Hills off.
Well, what it is with my channel, what we are 11,000 subscribers. They're all genuine, right? And average for month, last month for 9,200 a video. The average the month before were 10,600. So it's all genuine. IFL, what have they got? 750,000. Their average video watcher isn't 750,000 because I had look on analytics. So what are all them other people doing who've subscribed? Do they even exist? Hey? And look at other channels. Go look, it's easy to go look. They're all cheating, mate. They're all cheating. We're genuine. And this, as much as it is for me now, it's enough for me to cope with. Any more, and it'd be too much. I won't be able to do it. I'm all on to do 30 videos a month. As long as I get them 30 done, these are happy with me. This is video 26 per month, 18 YouTube and 8 on members. So I'm only going to do another 4 after this. And we're only halfway through a month, so pressure's off. But I don't want to go around in circles repeating myself. So this is why every now and then you might see me go missing for 3 or 4 days because I have to have a break from it. And I have other things to do here and other things I have going. So this don't pay a fucking bill, I can assure you. But we have lots of fun doing it, don't we? It's my passion, isn't it? So,
nah, mate, it keeps me. I'm trying to stay, as you know, mate. I don't like you invited me on the other week, and I was out. I was half cut by that point. It keeps me in on the weekends, mate. So
you were half cut. You're good at that.
I know. No, you said the session's all right though. I watched your video. I blame you. You said the session's okay. So
the session's all right. Every now and then you've got to blow a bit of steam off. You see, I just go get a bottle of Bailey's, me, and 4 cans of Guinness, because trying to get a bit of weight on. Bailey's is full of cream in it, so I get that down there with some ice, 4 Guinness, and nod off. You know what I mean? So if I do a video, I'm terrible when I want to drink. It's easy to spot because I was laid on bed. Oh. But I'm sober today. I just had a can of Diet Coke, but I'm sober today. So it's all good in it, and that's the way forward. So, right, listen, Ryan, thanks for coming on. Yes. I'll do alt tags on this now and get a thumbnail from Andy and get it out there. All right, my friend.
Good stuff, my mate.
Take care.
Take it easy, mate.
All the best to you and your family.
See you later. Nice one, mate. Bye-bye.
Well, that was Ryan from Manchester. I put my foot in it there, didn't I, when I said Liverpool. He might be between Manchester and Liverpool. I might have got accent on, but he seemed a nice kid, which is all good. No doubt people will be saying, oh no, Kel Brook's chocolate brownie, he calls it this because of that. Well, look, that's what I've heard. So, but either way, I don't think he lands a chocolate brownie on Amir Khan. But we're gonna see, aren't we? We're gonna see. So, right, better get this uploaded and then get Julian's video on 20 minutes before Julian comes on. All right. Peace out.